Hello friends, today we are starting part 2 of approach to RBC morphology in which we will be seeing these special cells. And if you can recognize the difference from a normal RBC, remember friends how the normal RBC looks like? These are the cell with central one-third pallor. Normal RBC have central one-third pallor. There is a pale zone at the center. But what do you see here? Do you see any pale color at the center? No. There is a no central pallor. What does it mean? This means that these RBCs are not normal, they have some abnormality, and these abnormal RBCs are known as spherocytes. They are known as spherocytes. Why? Because they are spherical in shape. Normal RBC they are donut in shape, but these RBCs are spherical in shape, so spherocytes. Important point, RBC without central pallor is equal to spherocyte, and this peripheral smear you will have at the day of examination. Now they can ask you various questions. For example, they can ask you what is the disease patient is suffering from, or they can ask you what is the next best investigation, what is the most common cause of this situation, or what is the treatment of choice. So friends, remember that there are various differential diagnosis, and most importantly four differential diagnosis of this situation. First is autoimmune hemolytic anemia, second is hereditary spherocytosis, third is G6PD anemia, and fourth is PNH. Okay, so think of these four diagnoses when you are having this smear. Don't think of only hereditary spherocytosis, as the spherocyte is there already in the name. Okay, so what you'll make, what exactly which diagnosis you'll go for if all of these fours are there in your options. Okay, a very simple key I'm giving you. If examiner is discussing about adult and preferentially female, then think of AIHA. If the examiner is discussing about child, then think of hereditary spherocytosis. If there is a history of drug intake or fawabine intake, think of G6PD anemia. And if patient is saying that he has passed red color urine early in the morning, then go in favor of paroxysmal nocturnal hemoglobinuria. So four diagnoses and four key factors. Now they can ask directly to you that what is the next best investigation for this particular smear and these key features. Okay, so if you are going in favor of AIHA, choose direct Coombs test as your investigation of choice. OFT, osmotic fragility test for hereditary spherocytosis, enzyme assay in case of G6PD anemia, and flow cytometry in case of PNH. So four different disease for the same smear and four different investigation of choices. Third most important point, if they'll ask you what is the most common cause of this situation, then tell. If the patient is having AIHA, then it is the connective tissue disease and lymphoma. It is connective tissue disease and lymphoma which is the most common cause. For hereditary spherocytosis, ankyrine mutation is the most common cause. Ankyrine is the cytoskeletal protein and its mutation is the most common cause of HS. G6PD anemia. See, we know that in the G6PD anemia, cause is deficiency of G6PD, but anemia will precipitate when the patient will have infection or the drug intake, for example, primaquine. And cause of PNH is deficiency of GPI anchor protein CD55 and CD59. Okay, these two are the GPI anchor protein which protect our blood cells from complements. What is the treatment of choice? A very important question, treatment of choice. Friends, you know autoimmune hemolytic anemia is an autoimmune disease, and for most of the autoimmune disease we give steroid to the patient. For HS, spherocytes they go and get destroyed in the spleen, so we remove spleen in case of HS. For G6PD anemia there is a no treatment, we don't have enzyme replacement therapy, so what we can do is the only prevent this situation by preventing patient to take Fababine, Primaquine, other drugs which can cause dyslipidemia, and preventing him from the infections. Prevention is the only resort here. And last disease, PNH, we give stem cell therapy so that they can have GPI anchor protein on the surface. So these four are the treatment of choice. So we have discussed multiple questions in one slide. First thing is, if you see this smear, just recognize these are the cell without central pallor. So these are spherocytes. And after that, think of these four diseases, and if they have asked you, if you have multiple choices in one question, then look for these key features, and after these key features they can ask you investigation of choice, most common cause, or treatment of choice. This was all. Thank you friends for watching. Kindly subscribe the channel and also give your valuable feedback so that we can have discussion of important topics in the future. Thank you.